Makkro, do item tier list, please. Okay, well, Abyssal's probably like S tier, probably best MR item in the game. Anathema, probably like B tier or A tier. I mean, you only get this if like there's only one person that's actually like strong in the game, which is super rare, and it never really happens. On Ornn, at least, on Ornn it'd probably be D or C tier, but I guess it'd be B for like in general. Deadman's Plate, well, this is only used on bruisers, so probably D tier. Probably F tier. Only Garen can build this. Iceborne, probably like B tier. I mean, like, this is only used for Cassandra. Poppy, maybe sometimes. But it's like, out of all the tank mythics, this one was like the least built. So on Cassandra, it'd be like S A tier, right? But for general champions and general tanks, it's probably like C, D. I'll put it at C. Force of Nature got gutted, so it is now a B tier item. Like, you can build it after Abyssal, like, it's fine. But it's no longer like overpowered or anything. Force and Heart, A tier item. Pretty solid. Does well against literally any single physical damage champ. Gargoyle, probably S tier. This item's really good in team fights. I mean, it's probably fourth item, probably a fourth or third item. You can build it on Ornn, but Sunfire and Abyssal combo is probably better. I mean, it depends on the game, but usually this like fourth item. But then you have items which are just baseline overpowered, like Sunfire, which is somewhere down here. Knight's Vow. Knight's Vow is actually nice because you can peel like one certain guy really well, and it's kind of cheap, gives armor, HP. It's actually solid. Probably you'd build this like fourth, fifth item, I think. You can build it third if you really know that you only have one guy that's gonna win. Locket? I mean, if you go Locket, why wouldn't you just go Radiant? Because, yeah, you can go Locket, but you yourself are not as tanky. Which is the only problem with Locket. Because, yeah, it's super cheap, but if you do go it, it does a lot less. It does give armor more to your allies, but like, I would rather just go Radiant. Randuin's. Well, Randuin's got buffed. I think Randuin's is like same tier as Frozen Heart. Maybe higher. Because like there will be games where you will need a lot of health a lot better. It's really good now because it's not expensive and gives a shitload of health. Crit reduction. If you're fighting like a Gangplank top and they have like let's say like a Yasuo and they have like a Samira and then they have some AP champs. It does pretty fucking well. All of these items are pretty overpowered, and then I go to tank items, and I'm like, tank items. Does Spirit Visage even count? I feel like this is just built on Volibear, but even on Volibear, I would much rather have Abyssal. Like, why would you go this when you can go Abyssal? Makes no sense. Like, it's more of a bruiser item, but what kind of bruiser builds this? Nobody. Why would you not go Abyssal on Zac? Over Visage? Why would you go Visage on Mundo when you can just have a shitload of MR? It just like, even with the healing, the MR that Abyssal gives you heals you a lot more than the healing that Visage gives you. If you have Seraphine, Soraka, theoretically, yeah, those teams that can be fine. I think these are all the items in the game. Yeah, there's no Radiant or Yaksha, is there? I mean, if I have to put Radiant and Yaksha, they'll probably be up here. Season 12 items. Oh, wait, what season are we? Are we season 13? Okay, well, okay, well, whoop. Well, I guess I'd put Radiant up here. Warmogs? Oh, this is awful. Heartsteel, awful. Just never build these. Unless you're Mundo. If you're Mundo, you can go Heartsteel, just because it does damage. Or Scion. I feel like Yaksha and Chongat probably do a lot better than Heartsteel. A lot tankier. It is a satisfying item though. That's true. I mean, I'd probably put it C tier. Thornmail's probably A tier. It's like 70 armor for like 2700 gold. It is super strong. And does a lot of damage. Like insane amount of damage. Because a lot of people think Thornmail as a heal cut item, which it really isn't. Like, you want to build this even if they don't have healing. The item alone, if they have auto attackers, they will literally die from just touching you. Like the item just does so much when it's fully built, because the build path overall is kind of just bad, which is why some people don't like it. But if you can get past the bad build path, which is Bramble and Giant Belt, okay, S tier, Sunfire. Sunfire has the greatest build path, and it has wave clear, it has 500 health, it has literally everything you want. Like, this is probably the best tank item. Like, I'd probably put Abyssal up here as well, because holy shit, you know, it gives you so much value. It legit counters every single bruiser, kinda. Bruisers that don't really have healing, you can 1v1 with this. Yaksha would probably be A tier. The only problem with Yaksha is that it kind of costs a little bit. And you have to know how to use Yaksha properly. Like, to use Yaksha, you have to really be limit testing, and your team will kind of suffer if you're going Yaksha, because you'll basically be suffering from success. Because you're so damn tanky that they ignore you and they kill the rest of your team, and then they kill you because you don't have enough damage. Most of the time, Radiant is safer to go, because the problem is that there's so much damage in the game that your team ends up exploding, which kind of sucks. Like, I'm always going Radiant, but it's not, I'm not saying that Yaksha's bad, right? Because I did win games with Yaksha. Like, if we go to my OPGG, it's not like I lost some games, but it just, Radiant feels a lot more consistent to go over, like, some games. Like, sure, I was tanking for forever, but my carries were dying. Like, most of the losses I've had with Yaksha, number one reason why I lost was my carries were dying. And same thing here, my carries were dying. So that's the problem with Yaksha, is that players play very stupid, and it's better appealing if you just, you know, if you just have Radiant. If you need damage, Thornmail's super good. If you need attack speed reduction, then go Frozen Heart. And if you need tankiness and crit reduction, then you go Randu. It's like they're all the same price. I feel like they're all on the same power level. So, like, they just all serve different purposes. Yeah, Yaksha, Sunfire, Abyssal, Thornmail. You can also do that build path with Radiant. Sunfire and Abyssal will be great with Radiant. Thornmail will not be as good, but it's still gonna be solid. So you're saying Ornn is a mass muscle because of the amount of beefy items this man's having. Yeah, look at this beef, man. This, like, 500 health, 500 health, 350 health, plus mythic passive, plus Radiant. Like, he got so much beef. Turbo Chem Tank. Honestly, it's better than Visage. It gives a little bit more health. Yeah, I'd probably put Turbo Chem Tank here. If you need even more MR, so let's say you have this, you have this, you have this. I mean, you can go Chem Tank, I guess. Heaven Shroud is like, it's very, when you build it, it has the same problem as going Locket. The only problem with going these items is that you yourself are squishy when you build them. Like, insanely squishy. When you build Radiant and Yaksha, and compare it to Locket and Radiant, Locket and Heaven Shroud, like, the damage you get from this is, like, okay, but it's not, like, a game-changing amount of damage. Like, I've tried Heaven Shroud Ornn, I've tried Locket, and they've all felt meh. LxVer already put it, but I'll put it in A tier, because, like, it's solid peel item. Very, very bonkers. Gargoyle as well. Gargoyle I'll probably put S tier. Because for team fighting purposes, it gives a lot of stats. Oh yeah, Fimbulwinter. Okay, F tier. Never build this. You're trolling if you build it. But yeah, I think, like, Radiant, Sunfire, Abyssal are probably the best tank items in the game. If you don't have a champion that can properly proc ult, then you're gonna go Yaksha instead of Radiant, right? And if you can't, if you don't really care about team fighting, then yeah, you can also go Yaksha. It's like, but Radiant's a lot cheaper, which is one big advantage, because you could be building Yaksha, meanwhile the guy that has Radiant is already building Abyssal when you finish your Yaksha. So, S tier items are just your core build. Well, I don't build Gargoyle that much. Like, everyone builds Sunfire, everyone builds Abyssal. Like, if you need a Mard, this is your go-to. If you need armor and just general laning, this is your go-to. If you need team fighting, this is your go-to. All this, then it's situational. Do you need damage? You go this. Do you need attack speed reduction? You go this. Do you need mixed damage shielding? You go this. Do you need peeling? Like, do you need? These are needs, but these are musts. Sunfire and Abyssal, because shitload of MR, shitload of armor and HP. It's just a need. Do I need? Oh yeah, Zeke's. Forgot this item. This item is actually solid if you need damage on an 80 carry that's like on head, like Vayne Kog'Maw. This is not bad to build. Decent stats. But I'd probably build Knight's Vow, because going for defenses is better than going for offenses. Because it's better to peel the 80 carry than make the 80 carry deal more damage. Because if you peel him, he'll deal more damage by default, because he's alive. Am I missing a tank item now? No, I think that's all of them, right? These are all the items. I mean, I'm a little biased because most of these items are built, but also not. Redemption. Fuck Redemption. Okay, let me go. Let me go now.
You like that? I do.